I don't even know how to start a video anymore. I haven't turned on the camera in over a month. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Hi, I'm Steve Saylor. I'm blind. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out my channel, and you may be wondering how the heck am I actually blind and able to play video games? Well, if you check out this video here, you can be able to see exactly what I see when I play video games. And if you have any other further questions, please feel free to ask. So this is a bit of a life update for early 2020. As I'm recording this, it's early February 2020. So basically, I needed to sort of I needed to take a break for a bit. I was really starting to burn out at the end of last year. I did so much so fast in a very short period of time that I just needed to take a bit of a break, and January just seemed like kind of like the right moment to do that. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm totally okay. I'm happy. I am excited to be able to kind of jump back into it again because I did miss you. I missed you so much. You may not believe me, but I do. I missed you, and I'm really excited to be able to kind of get back into making more content for you again. And there's a few things I'm kind of working on that I'm really excited about. A few of which I'm going to talk about today, and others I will talk about in the future. The reason why I'm kind of a little bit cagey on a certain things, and I'm one of those people too that I don't like it when people on YouTubers or whatever say I'm working on this cool secret project and I can't wait to talk about it. It's like, well, why are you telling me about it? What's the point? No, I get that, I'm definitely very guilty of that, but I don't want to talk about certain things yet when they're kind of in the early sort of pre-production stages of it, because there are certain projects that don't work out. There was one project that we tried to be able to work out, and it just got postponed for a while, and it's because it happens. Like, stuff like that happens, and I'm so glad I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to get you excited for something that essentially eventually got postponed or indefinitely. And I am one of the just as much as you're upset about certain games being postponed or delayed, I'm just as upset about that as you are. So that's why I don't really want to talk about certain things coming up until essentially I've got I feel comfortable saying that yes, this thing's going to happen. Things are planned. Things are working on it, and I just want to be able to make sure that I can put out that information. When you hear me put out information like that, it basically means that yes, things have been worked out, and I'm ready to be able to talk about certain aspects of it. So there. But there are two things I can be able to talk about. One of which is I am going to be you may have noticed actually in the month of January, I sort of I was doing a few sort of podcast episodes, and I liked doing them. But I felt like that I think the Blind Gamer podcast, I'm going to have to sort of what I call sunset, which basically just means I'm sort of letting it kind of go. I'm still going to keep episodes up, but I'm going to be doing a bit of a rebrand on my podcast because I've kind of felt like that while it was cool and fun doing the Blind Gamer podcast, I felt like in regards to, say, if I wanted to be able to expand out to a much larger audience, when people are just sort of randomly trying to look for podcasts to listen to, when they're sort of listening to the blind, or they see the Blind Gamer podcast, they see me. And if they have no idea who the heck I am, the more likely they're not going to want to subscribe. And so I didn't want to sort of be the draw to the podcast would be me, and if you wanted to stay, it would be that you would be wanting to listen for accessibility content. I kind of felt like that I needed to reverse that. So I am going to be, oops, I just hit the microphone. I am going to be sort of revamping my entire podcast, and it's going to be more accessibility and gaming related, as it has always been, but it's going to be more of conversations I'm going to be having with some of my friends in the accessibility community. We're going to talk about accessibility in what's happening in 2020, with this year being a really large year for games, and just we got brand new consoles. So I figured this is kind of a good time to be able to start talking to some of my friends and some people I haven't even had a chance to talk to yet or meet yet. I'm really excited to be able to chat with a few people that I've already kind of got lined up. So I'm very excited. I've got a few episodes already recorded. It will be mostly audio focused instead of really video. I have recorded the episodes in a video format, but some of which I was having some technical difficulties, so I didn't, and I wouldn't have been able to put them out into a full-blown episode, or like a video episode of the podcast. So what I'm going to be doing is the full episode will be released as audio, but there'll be highlights of video that I'll be putting out on this channel, and I'll be releasing that the podcast in a bi-weekly basis. So basically every 2 weeks there'll be a brand new episode in what I'm sort of picturing as the first season of the podcast. And I don't know how many episodes as of yet I'll be within that first season, but it'll be basically spread out like over, once I sort of figure out how many I can be able to sort of episodes I can fit within that season that feels right, then I'll sort of stick to that. And then I'll take a bit of a break and revamp, or not a revamp, but just do basically setting up brand new episodes and kind of doing a season 2. So basically, yeah, the podcast will be released seasonally, not all at once, but seasonally on a bi-weekly basis. And stay tuned to my Twitter at Steve Saylor. I'll be talking about more of it then, and I'll be releasing episodes and stuff and announcements of that soon. So that is something that will be happening. I can tell you the podcast name. It's going to be called Access Granted, and this is the album art. I'm excited. I designed it. I was happy about that, and so stay tuned to my Twitter for that information at Steve Saylor as when it come out. It'll definitely be coming out in very, very soon. Secondly, I'm actually going to be going to GDC in March, which is the Game Developers Conference. I'm not speaking at that conference, but I will be there taking participating in a few of the, not participating, but going to some of the talks that are going to be there, are going to be happening around accessibility. I'm going to be talking to developers. So if you are a developer and you're interested and want to be able to chat with me about accessibility, then please feel free to reach out. My DMs are open on Twitter at Steve Saylor, or go to stevesaylor.net and contact me there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be going to PAX East this year. As much as I absolutely love the convention, it's a fantastic convention, and I had a blast last year meeting so many of you who followed me from either Kind of Funny or from What's Good Games. I really do appreciate you coming and talking to me and chatting with me last year. I had an absolute blast. I wanted to focus on a few places and financially just really it just didn't make the logical sense for me to be able to make that this year. So GDC was kind of part of that. It was sort of it just felt like I couldn't be able to justify being able to go to GDC and PAX East that close to each other. So I focused in on GDC instead. So that's kind of it right now as far as stuff I'm working on. I'm going to be uploading more on this YouTube channel. I've got a few sort of series of videos and a few sort of like gameplay videos I want to be able to do. I just expect more from this channel. So if you want to be like, I know I haven't really been uploading as of late, but I hope you can be able to at least be able to click the bell icon so you can be notified as to when new videos come out. That'll mean a lot, especially for those of you who are subscribed just recently. I would really do appreciate if you did that, because that's the tricky part about being a YouTuber. If you take a break, is that generally viewership kind of just takes a dive, because not a lot of people who are checking out your channel are seeing your stuff regularly because of the whole algorithm. So honestly, the more people that can be able to, at least when you subscribe and you click that bell notification, I know it doesn't work 100% of the time, but if you do that, then at least that way you'll know when new episodes come out or new videos come out from my channel. So if you haven't subscribed as of yet, please feel free to do so. I would really appreciate it. And if you have subscribed, make sure you hit the bell icon so that you can be able to know when new videos come out, because that will mean a lot and it'll help support me immensely. So that being said, I think that's it. My mouth is kind of dry. I'm excited for what's ahead for 2020. I thank you so very much for being interested in me and the work that I'm doing in basically advocating for accessibility. I really do appreciate it. I love you. I thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I remain obedient to the universe. Bye.